For the past 6 years, our first guest has played Pacey on the hit WB drama Dawson's Creek. Take a look.
You were by far the most beautiful woman in that room. And I'm not taking a piss or whatever it is you crazy English people say.
You're not?
No, not at all. Just for me to be there with you was 10 times the prize I was ever going to get from those soulless corporate freaks that I work with. So I'm sorry.
Woo! Sorry. Please welcome adorable Joshua Jackson. It's taking the piss, not a piss, isn't it?
I hope so.
Anyway.
Did I say taking a piss? No.
No, you did.
I did?
You did. This is not how I wanted it to go.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right.
We're off to a bad start already.
No, bad. Now, first of all, you've got this dreamy suit on, and yet that's an interesting shoe choice, my friend.
Right. Well, just to let everybody know, generally actors, we borrow our clothes, and I borrowed everything but the belt and the boots. So the boots are mine, unfortunately. My mother's going to be very upset. I was so close to looking like I was knowing what I'm doing.
Of course, I had to point it out.
But here, I'll keep them down.
Well, the girls were screaming for you. I don't think they're worried about your boots.
Yeah.
So.
Good. From the ankles up, I'm okay.
You know, you look a bit like Ewan McGregor. Do people tell you that?
Never before, but I'll take that.
Do you see
I'm
that
okay with
at
that.
all? Yeah.
I do now, of course, absolutely.
And you're a fellow Canadian.
I am a fellow Canadian, and I think we actually have Canadians in the house.
No, we don't only have Canadians. We have the loudest Canadians in the world. They come here and scream.
Where from? Brilliant. You're Ontario Canadian, right?
No, I'm Quebec Canadian.
Oh, Quebec.
But
do we have any
I'm
British
New York City
Columbians?
Canadian.
Right.
No, any people from BC?
No? Oh, well.
Anyone born before Christ? No, it's British Columbia. All right, whatever. Are they supportive and kind to you as
At
a
home?
Canadian?
Yeah. It's you know, they always love the native sons and daughters to come down south and become successful. It's great. I love it. Going home, it's hail the conquering hero every time I go back. It's great.
You've got such a tiny little Canadian accent. It's so sweet.
Oh, geez, there.
Oh, get out of here. No.
Oh, no.
No, what are you talking
gosh,
about?
it's really sweet every time I go back there. They just love that show. Oh, they love it.
My mother's friends always go, it's super. It is super. You're in show business.
You have just...
Super.
You have done so well. That's just fantastic.
Yeah, nice people down there in show business. But as a nice Canadian boy, I was kind of shocked to hear that you were expelled from high school.
A couple of times.
Couple of times, okay.
Yeah, just to make sure. The first time I wasn't positive why they were expelling me. The second time I got it.
And why was that?
Mostly due to lack of interest.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine and theirs, I guess. My attendance record was not so good. I wish I could blame it on work and say that I was doing something constructive in my off time, but my teen years were sort of, I had the wasted youth. I enjoyed my wasted youth, but they didn't enjoy me not showing up so much.
So then how did you segue into acting?
Well, that's where the wasted youth was spent.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it worked out then.
Yeah, it actually worked out quite well. And, you know, and I think the only reason that I kept on working as an actor was the typical story of my elementary school principal told me, you'll never amount to anything. So I had to prove him wrong. Mr. O'Malley.
Really?
Another Irish
Mr. O'Malley, you were so wrong, and maybe you didn't notice, he's really hot, okay? Now, is this like a ploy for attention, or is this really the last year of Dawson's Creek?
No, this is really the last year of Dawson's Creek.
Really?
Yeah. But it's been pretty good. I mean, you have to admit, 6 years is a long run on a show.
Yeah. I did 6 years on Sabrina. Yeah. It's a long time.
It's a long time, but there's something, because we know, you know, generally on a TV show, when you get canceled, it's like they call you in the middle of May, you've been done for a win. They're like, oh, by the way, you don't have a job anymore.
Right.
But with our show, we've essentially known since the beginning of the season that it was over. And it gives us the opportunity to say goodbye to each other properly and really honor the show at the end. You know, everybody really wants to make these last 4 episodes as the best that they can be, so that we can go out honoring the fact that we've been on the air for 6 years.
It's been a hugely successful show.
Yeah, exactly, and that it's been a pretty good thing for everybody.
When did you realize that you were like a big teen idol? Because when I was telling people that you were on the show, literally it was like, Joshua Jack. I was like, okay, all right, okay. It's like an automatic scream right after your name.
Somebody dying? I'm sorry, what's happening?
When did it occur to you? You might be a little matinee idol.
I think the moment that we all knew the show was successful was when Katie was on the cover of Rolling Stone. That was the moment that we all sort of collectively went, "Oh, that's odd. I've never had a friend on the cover of Rolling Stone before. Something must be going on here."
She's incredibly pretty, that girl.
She is very
incredibly
beautiful.
Pretty.
Yeah, it's a hard job I have.
Yeah. Do you want to take a little trivia quiz about Dawson's Creek to see how much you remember?
Okay, here we go.
Because I can't remember who was on the show yesterday, so I don't know how you can do this for 6 years. Okay. What is the name of Pacey's boat?
True Love.
Very good. Okay. I'm going to dub it in later and just have your answer. It'll be me asking, what did you think of when you first saw me? And then it'll just be you saying True Love. Okay. With which high school teacher did Pacey have an affair?
Tamara.
Tamara who?
Miss Tamara. Damn, what was her last name?
You didn't know her last name?
Thank you for the applause, even though I got it wrong. That was very generous.
You know what I told you? They're Canadians here. All right? All right, it was Jacobs. You tramp.
Of course, Miss Jacobs,
okay.
I knew that.
What song was Pacey going to sing in the Miss Windjammer pageant?
Oh, my God.
I'll give you a hint. You're in the city and think of it twice.
Well, that clears it all up for me.
What city are you in?
New York. Oh, I was going to say New York, New York.
There you go, there you go.
Right. Thank you for spelling that out for me.
Is there really a no haircut policy on that show?
There was for 1 year. It's kind of like WB trivia at this point, but Felicity at one point had cut her hair at the behest of the network, and then they blamed the decline in the ratings on her haircut. So they said for every other show, no haircuts, which is why I shaved my head, because I thought it was sort of a ridiculous policy.
Right.
So the year that I came back, for any true Dawson's Creek fans, the year that I came back with a bald head, that's why.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Wait, see, we got a little scoop. Don't go away. You, make me a little nervous. You're quite handsome. We'll have more with Joshua Jackson after this. Don't go away.